What is up, everybody? Welcome to Fork in the Road. This is your host, Paul Pastora, and man, I am so pumped. I have got to bring this energy and share it with everybody today because last night, big things were happening. I mean, monumental things were happening. So, as everybody knows, RFK has endorsed Donald Trump, and when this happened, the superpowers collided, brother. Like, everything came together. Last night, a new movement basically began last night. And where did it begin? On X. And we're talking about the Unity Party. That's right. It's MAGA and RFK united together. The Unity Party has begun. So yesterday on X, on Spaces, there was a place called the Unity Lounge. It used to be called the Kennedy Lounge, but now it's called the Unity Lounge because everyone from these two groups have now bonded together and come together and realized we have so much in common. It was a fantastic space. People of all, right yesterday, the RFKers, they were grieving, they've worked so hard. They have been putting so much energy into their campaign. It was a genuine campaign. RFK wanted to really use democracy to get a chance. He really thought he could win it. And he wanted to use all the tools that were available to him. But as all of us know from the very beginning, Democrats did not allow a primary to happen, even though RFK had met every metric and every standard to do it. He had 19% approval, if not higher, early on, which was more than enough to force Joe Biden into a debate. Joe Biden, obviously, we all know he wasn't cognitively there. The Democrats were scared. They know if they put Joe Biden in front of RFK was going to take a lot of Democrats from Joe Biden. The public was going to support him because you look at an old fossil like Joe Biden and you have an energetic old, not a young man, not an old man, but an energetic, fit, healthy man in RFK who would have been ready to debate, would have been ready to bring all the points and the truth. And it scared the Democrat establishment. It terrified them. They began to do everything they could to stop him, to ban him, to censor him, to quiet him, to suppress his campaign, everything. Kennedy had no choice but to go and try and be independent. Went and got all the votes that he needed, all the signatures that he needed to get on every ballot in every state. Once he had achieved every metric that was there for him to do it, what do they do after that? They push the goalposts even further, making it impossible for a third party and independent voice to be a part of this. He should have been in the debates. The first debate with Trump and Biden should have been Trump, Kennedy, and Biden, and that didn't happen. Biden was so bad, and Mayorkas, his Homeland Security, the head of Homeland Security, was so corrupt that RFK Jr., the son of Robert Kennedy, who was killed, was not granted Secret Service protection. I mean, you really can't make this stuff up. I mean, they've done this to themselves. So first, they don't give RFK Secret Service protection. They try to take him off ballots. They try to make it where he can't debate and all this. And enough was enough. And yesterday, I mean, if you haven't seen the RFK speech, do yourself a favor. I'm talking about, we just watched 4 days of the DNC convention, and the day after, probably the speech of the year, one of the greatest political speeches I've ever heard, RFK came out and he just put his guts out there. He put his heart and soul out there for everybody to see. A couple tears shed down his face because he knows the hard work that he's been putting in, going city to city, answering every question from the media. He never backed down from anything. And Donald Trump sees, man, that guy's a fighter. We may not agree on everything, but Trump recognizes game when he sees it. And he said, you know what, dude, you're a fighter. And there are things that he can't do because we agree on a lot of things between MAGA and RFK's movement. So now I want everybody to know, be a part of this. This is something that is an opportunity. Everything that you've ever wanted in a movement is starting to happen, and it started yesterday. So we're talking about, like, today is kind of day one. Yesterday was the shock day, and now today is day one. So we're telling you, be a part of this movement that just started. It is the Unity Party. It was trending on X. It's going to keep trending, and it's going to go all the way to November until we get Trump back in the White House. Because now, under the Unity Party, it has brought in people from all spectrums, from all part of the political spectrum. We're talking Democrats, Libertarians, Green Party, Independents, and of course, Republicans. That is the base of this party right now. So, but we are coming for you rhinos later. But for now, we are all united and we are coming together to reform and take America back. And we have to take it back from globalists, from the elitists, and from all this corporation and disgusting dirty money that is controlling politics at every level, and all the lobbyists and all this filth. And it's all gonna change. It's all starting right now. So now we've got people who are all motivated and all together. Trump has assembled himself an all-star team. If you can't get behind this, you gotta ask yourself, where are your politics and where do they align? If you don't like having a wide variety of voices, you want to talk about diversity. Look at the people at the very top right now that are there. I mean, you got Tulsi Gabbard, Robert Kennedy, Vivek Ramaswamy, J.D. Vance, Donald Trump, young minds ready to, Trump obviously not being the young mind there, but Trump being the older wise man, helping organize the future of America by putting its power in the youth, right? All these people are young and healthy. And what is it that RFK wants to do? MOCA, make our children healthy again. MAGA, make America great again. How are you not behind what this movement represents? Do you not want America to be great again? Do you think America is great today? This is the greatest country on earth. Don't get me wrong. I'm grateful and happy every single day that I was born in this country. However, the way it's being run and the way it's been taken by this extreme left Democrat Party has just gone off the rails. Wars are breaking out all over the world. Ukraine, Russia, Israel, and the Palestinians and everything. And I'll tell you right now, when Trump says, whatever side you're on, if you're out there protesting in the streets for the Palestinian lives, if you're out there and you're supporting Israel, both sides can be satisfied with the Donald Trump administration. Why? Because through strength, he's going to end these conflicts. He's going to end these wars. And we all know that that is the agenda. RFK also on the same agenda. We want people to stop dying. What happened to rock and roll, man? I don't know if you've seen this, but all of a sudden the Foo Fighters are sensitive because RFK came out to My Hero. And they were like, well, we didn't get permission for that. When did rock and rollers support the man? What happened to rock and roll, right? I mean, I've been a Foo Fighter fan my entire life. And all of a sudden, they're just sensitive because their song was used for someone who deserved the moment, which was when RFK came on the stage with Donald Trump yesterday. Electricity spread throughout that entire stadium. Electricity spread everywhere. So be a part of this right now. The Unity Party has just gotten started. This started yesterday. It's going to keep going. Look for the spaces that are out there. I went ahead and created a website. So we're going to go ahead and get this going. I would say right now, when you can, subscribe, get on there. It's good here. I'll show you right now. We have a couple things. One thing I want to bring up here was how all of this has come full circle. Let's think back to something that Ron Paul said during his farewell address. And I had to highlight it real quick. And that was that the internet will provide the alternative to the government media complex that controls the news and most political propaganda. And now that has become a reality. And I'm so happy that Ron got to live to see that the future is bright, right? And that's not mine. I hope PBD doesn't get mad that I use that line, but the future is bright. And that's, again, all we have are powerful messages on our side. So if you're over there, you're talking about, I'm going to keep supporting radical left Kamala, sorry. That's not intentional. I've heard her name pronounced even by her own people in like 3 different ways. Nobody's doing that. That's what they tell you. See, I don't even have to apologize because you know what? I don't mean any ill will. I'm just going to say Kamala Harris, and hopefully that's the right way. My point is this. Are you going to support what they're doing over there on the left? Didn't they tell you? You know how they have to get you to show up is they have to say, oh yeah, Beyonce or Taylor Swift are going to be here tonight. Yeah, tune in. And then they lie to you again. And they didn't deliver on either of those. And they could have easily just told you, no, neither of them are going to show up. But they kept the hype going. And the hype machine was going. And the mainstream media was supporting this nonsense. Oh, Taylor Swift or Beyonce, which one's your favorite? Get out of here, man. That's clowns. These are not serious people. We are not about celebrities. I saw a criticism the other day and they go, we have former presidents and we have Beyonce and this and that. And I was like, you know what we have? We have the people. All right. You don't see the establishment from the past at the head of our party. We have outsiders. We have young minds. We have people who are fed up with the status quo. The same people who have been shut down every single election since I've been around. The Bernie Sanders people, the Ron Paul people, the RFK people, the Donald Trump people. Donald Trump was able to win, but he still has been outcast, has been censored, has been suppressed. If you've been a part of the MAGA movement, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, the hatred and vitriol and slandering and lies and defamation and everything that they've put on mainstream media so that they can convince others that you're a threat. You're a threat. Can you believe that? The most insane nonsense narratives, like, okay, you know, and I hate identity politics, but let's play their game for just 1 second. Look at me. I mean, I have bags under my eyes because we were on that space late last night and it was fire. So be a part of that unit, be a part of that space as we're going to be doing more chats. Look, I'm not even the host of that space. I'm just a part of it, right? And I just want to do my part because we have to spread the message. We have to let everybody know, look, the Democrats are going to try to divide us. They're going to try to remind you, RFK said this about Donald Trump. Donald Trump said this about RFK. None of that matters, all right? And for anybody out there who's trying to bring up the abortion issue, look, Trump overturned Roe v. Wade. End of story, all right? So if he comes out, all he did was make a clarification saying, look, there's going to be productive rights for women. What he means is he believes in exceptions. That's been his position, right? So if anyone who's saying, oh, Donald Trump has alienated the pro-life movement. Look, I went to the March for Life twice in my lifetime. I've walked that walk, literally. So my point is this. We are not mad at Donald Trump because he's got his political beliefs. He put it up to the states. It's no longer a federal thing. So don't believe what the Democrats are feeding you. If you got an issue with the way the laws are in your state, take it up with your state government. We're talking about the federal government. We're talking about the White House. And we're not going to let one little issue, I mean, it's a major issue, but one issue, I should say, correction, to affect how we're going to vote because there's too much at stake. And they're going to want to tell you, hey, people are racist. Hey, talk about abortion. The one thing they don't want you to talk about is how are we going to attack the deep state? How are we going to fix the military industrial complex? How are we going to stop these wars around the world where all these people are profiting on arms sales, on death, on destruction? The Democrats have become the party of death and war. Is that what you want to be associated with? They always talk about be on the right side of history. And it's amazing to see. Why is it that everybody in Hollywood doesn't get it? Isn't that crazy? All these people that live in their fake reality want to tell you how you should think. They have no concept of what you're going through. They have no concept of how much your food costs. You think Mark Hamill is over there knowing how hard it is for you to put food on the table, pay your rent, keep the electricity on? Do you think he has any concept of how hard you're working? Look, I love Luke Skywalker as much as the next person, but Mark Hamill ain't Luke Skywalker. That's Jake Skywalker. He said it himself, if you know what I'm talking about. But here's my point, not to get off track. Unity Party is the way we're going to go forward. I'm going to share with you right now. I would say if you got a minute, go to unityparty.life. All right. Oh, man, I didn't fit it in well. Well, it's not fitting in the frame well. Go down to the bottom and go ahead and put your email in there. Get on the newsletter. Look, I just created the website today. It is raw. There's really nothing on there yet. We're going to start bringing people together because it already started yesterday, man. Very creative people. People from the Kennedy camp, people from the Trump camp. You guys are Democrats FAFO'd yesterday. And it came into fruition because when Kennedy and Trump shook hands on that stage and Kennedy said, look, we're putting not just America first, we're putting our children first. Don't you want your children to grow up in a healthy, safe country where crime is lower, where the food that you know that they're ingesting isn't causing them problems? You really want to lower the cost of healthcare? You need to improve the way and the quality of the food that's being ingested by the youth. Get them going at a young age. We need to re-examine everything that's going on with the vaccines, the scheduled vaccines for our children. What's wrong with saying, hey, we just want to make sure that they're still safe, that they've been properly examined and so forth, because that's all that RFK has been saying for a long time. They call him an anti-vaxxer, and he goes, dude, he's not against vaccinations. He's against the method that they're being delivered to your children. Don't you as a parent, when you get it, wonder, what is it you're putting into my child? I have 2 of them. I know, I've been through that. Don't you wonder, what is this cocktail that you want to just put into my kids? And I have no idea, and I've heard some things, and we just ignore that some people are vaccine injured and all this. That's all RFK's been saying, all right? And Trump recognizes, you know what? We're going to make our children healthy again. We're going to make America safe again. We're going to make America great again, all right? And Trump, Vance, look at this team. Tulsi Gabbard, Vivek Ramaswamy, Rand Paul, all these people that are up there that are going to change. Thomas Massey in Congress, all these people are looking, the Freedom Caucus, the America First people, they tell you that we are the most dangerous people, right? We are the most dangerous people, but the reason that we are is because we're trying to eliminate the status quo. So anyone who is a Bernie supporter and you feel alienated because Debbie Wasserman Schultz and all these people, they forced Hillary Clinton down your throat, even though we all know Bernie was your guy during that election. You know it, everyone knows it. Just like Ron Paul was the guy and they forced Mitt Romney down our throats, right? Weak, spineless, coward Mitt Romney. They go, and then that's what the Democrats do. They go and find the fakest Republicans they can to say, oh, this isn't the Republican Party that I know. Of course it isn't. We've changed it. Right? And we can filter out and smell all the fakes that try to get in here, like Nikki Haley. You know, Nikki, you still have a chance to be a part of this if you start changing a little bit of your rhetoric and stop defending the warmongers and being in the pockets of these people. That's the point. We have good filters. We have smart people at the very top, and it's a different day. So again, something new started yesterday. Be a part of it. Go on X. You can find me at Paul Pastora. Look, this is a brand new thing that just got started and it's starting to build, and you know, it's all about unity. It's all about love. And there's a lot of communications going there. We have put any of our small differences aside because we know that what matters right now is putting America first. Oh my God, look at this guy. He is just so excited about unity that he had to come here and interrupt the podcast that I'm doing right now. All right, Teddy. This is Teddy. That's right, as in Teddy Roosevelt, bringing the unity. Go on, Teddy. Go on, buddy. But this is my point. The Unity Party has started, and be a part of it. Again, go sign up for the newsletter. We're going to start getting the emails together. I'm going to coordinate with some people that are much better at presentation than I am. We got to fix the production value here. A lot of things are going, but this is day 1. And I just want everyone to be excited. If you haven't gone and seen the RFK speech, I will share a link soon where you can watch the thing in its entirety, because if you were watching Fox News or CNN and you're still getting your news on mainstream media, you are not getting the news. You are being left behind because they cut his speech early. They said, oh, well, you know, RFK is going to keep talking. Conveniently cut it when he started explaining all the corruption that was going on in the Democrats and the DNC and all that. So imagine after 4 days of being gaslit and lied to and just all these hoaxes and all this nonsense being put out there in Chicago, in 1 day, everything changed simply by adding RFK and Donald Trump together with what is now, well, at least what we're calling it, the Unity Party. We hope that we can get some fantastic interviews. And speaking of interviews, where's Kamala? 36 days now. You have yet to answer any real questions from, hold a press conference. If you're scared to take a question, how can you lead the party? I still don't get it. We're going to wake up Democrats. Hey, all of you who are still Democrat, you open arms, all right? Don't be scared. We're not going to bite. We are not the people that they've been telling you that we are. We are a friendly community, and we are open to hear all sorts of voices together. So be a part of this Unity Party. Look it up. This is an amazing new movement that is getting started. This is the time to revolution. You want a revolution? It's over here. It's not with the Democrats. It's the Unity Party, because the deep state is scared. The establishment is scared. So be a part of it. Let's take our country back. Let's make everything better for our children and our future. MAGA, Trump, Vance, Trump 2024. That's exactly what we have to make happen in November. We got to get out and vote. Be a part of the movement, all right? All right, we're going to keep going. We're going to come out with all kinds of new content. We're going to keep this going and keep it rolling. We hope that everybody joins, and let's all make America great again.